Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, I have a few stories for talk about. Stay tuned for the full reports. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So we'll start off with the good news and then we get into the shootings and dropout stories. George Williams awarded $120 million after spending 50 years in prison without trial. The Supreme Court of Jamaica has ordered the government to pay $120 million in damages to George Williams, the man who spent 50 years behind bars, including 42 years without a case review. The decision was handed on Thursday morning by Justice Sonia Wint-Blair. Williams, now 76 years old, is to receive $42 million in vindicatory damages and nearly $75 million in compensatory damages. Williams was arrested at age 20 and charged with the 1970 murder of a man. Although he was declared unfit to plead, he was held in custody for decades without no trial, no conviction, and no formal resolution of the case. He was eventually released 5 years ago after public outcry and legal advocacy brought attention to his long-neglected case. The payout marks one of the most significant settlements for unlawful imprisonment in Jamaica's history. Now, people, we'll move on with another good story. Missing American woman found safe in Jamaica, police said. The American woman, who was reported missing on June 16, has been found and is in good health, the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF said Wednesday. According to the police, Park had been staying with a friend and failed to notify her relatives, prompting the missing person report. She is a resident of the State Bridge Road in Atlanta, Georgia. Her location was pinned between St. James and Westmoreland at the time of her disappearance. Locally, the public is encouraged to report missing persons immediately rather than waiting 24 hours. Prompt reporting is crucial as it allows police to begin investigation and search efforts without delay, increasing the chances of locating the individual safely, the JCF said in a statement in May. When filing a report, police recommended providing as much details as possible, including the individual's full name, date of birth, physical description, closing last worn, last known location, and any relevant circumstances. A recent photograph is also strongly encouraged. Now, people, we'll move on to the shootings and dropouts. St. Mary woman killed, cop boyfriend wounded in attempted you-know-what people. The St. Mary police are investigating a murder and attempted you-know-what involving a policeman and his girlfriend in Beecham Hill, Flint River on Wednesday night. The constable, who is attached to the St. Andrew North Division, is alleged to have fatally shot the woman with his service pistol before turning the weapon on himself. He reportedly sustained a bullet wound to the upper body head area. The deceased has now been identified as 21-year-old Dejanay Graham of Essex District in Richmond. She was an assistant teacher employed at Beecham Hill Primary and Infant School in the parish. This constable is in stable condition at a medical facility under police guard. The police say the cop and Miss Graham had been living together at her mother's house for over 2 years. The preliminary investigation further revealed that they had an argument which started earlier in the day about a telephone call Miss Graham received while they were in Kingston. The argument escalated when she arrived home. It is reported at about 9:15 p.m. while on the veranda, the police constable shot Miss Graham in the upper body head area before turning the weapon on himself. Miss Graham's distraught mother remembered her daughter as a quiet and loving woman. Listen to the mother. So now you hear people, tell me in the comment section what you think. Now, people, we'll move on. And this is an update. Taxi driver among two taken out by gunmen posing as passengers in St. Anne. The St. Anne police have launched a manhunt for two gunmen who posed as passengers and shot and taken out a taxi operator and another man in Mammy Bay, St. Anne's on Wednesday. The identities of the deceased men have not yet been released. Reports are that shortly before 2 p.m., two men boarded a Toyota Probox motor car that was being operated as a taxi in St. Anne's Bay. On reaching a section of Greenwich Acres in Mammy Bay in St. Anne's Parish, two men requested a stop, alighted from the motor vehicle, then opened fire on the driver and another passenger. Unconfirmed reports are that a third person was shot during the incident. The two victims reportedly succumbed to their injuries on the spot, while the hoodlums ran from the scene and entered a waiting motor car that sped off. No motive has yet been established for the gun attack. The incident resulted in a traffic disruption on the northern coastal highway, with a massive track snarl developing between Edward Seaga Highway and Jackson. Traffic was subsequently diverted through the Greenwich Acres and Steer Town. Now, people, we'll move on. This time, we'll talk about a notorious gang leader which was taken out by the police. Cops shot and taken out 64-year-old alleged gang leader in East Kingston. So we'll get into the report. An alleged gang leader was shot and taken out during a police operation along Burger Avenue in Rollington Town, East Kingston on Thursday morning. The dropout man has now been identified as 64-year-old Christopher Murray, otherwise called MUSLIN, who police said was the leader of the Burger Gully gang. An illegal firearm was taken from the now deceased during the incident, the police said. Information is that police were conducting an intelligence-led operation in the community in search of firearms when the incident occurred. It was reported at about 6 a.m. the police knocked on the door and Murray immediately opened fire at the lawman. The fire was returned and Murray was hit in the upper body. He reportedly fell and the police seized the illegal weapon, a .38 revolver containing 4 live rounds and 2 spent casings. Murray was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, KPH, where doctor confirmed him dropped out. So there you have it, people. Please leave your comment in the comment section and tell me what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good. Blessings.